Let me tell you what, there's nothing like big games, and we had plenty of those this week for week 3 of the high school football season. Hello, everyone. I'm Dom Tiberi. Welcome to First and 10.
And I'm Adam King. Look like a full moon out there, and you know what can happen with a full moon? Things get a little crazy. We got rivalry games, overtime wins, undefeated teams losing. We've got it all, starting with our game of the week, Dom.
Yeah, and that takes us to the Lions of Gahanna hosting the Patriots of Olentangy Liberty. Liberty, the defending Division I state champs, still looking for their first win of the season. Gahanna coming into the game with a 1-1 record, and will pick it up in the first quarter, and Gahanna is going to jump out right here. Leon Cummings in for the touchdowns. Lions led 7-0. Check it out, the cheerleaders, alumni night.
Hey, I know her.
Yolanda Harris. Olentangy comes back. Alex Leonard goes to Carter Nelson, 19-yard strike. We're tied at 7. Now to the second quarter. Gahanna answers. Sutton Donahue connecting here on the field goal. Lions up 10-7. But again, Liberty comes back just before halftime. Alex Leonard to Ben Goddard for the touchdown at halftime. The Patriots led 14-10, but Gahanna comes back to win 20-14.
Now, two teams coming into this week feeling very different. St. Charles coming off a frustrating overtime loss. Westerville South, they just got a huge win over rivals Central. Tonight, they meet at St. Charles, and nothing screams football in September like a bunch of people dressed up for Christmas. Never too early to celebrate here.
Ho, ho, ho.
And Westerville South with an early gift, up 7-0. St. Charles, a long drive, but they go for it on fourth down, and the chain gang says they're short. So, South now in the fourth quarter. They're going to try to add to this touchdown lead. Driving down the field, they go for the field goal, but instead, it's a doink. So, St. Charles, you're telling me there's a chance. Down 7, 2 minutes to go in the game. Fourth down again. Here they go. They got to get 3 yards, and instead it's a drop, and Westerville South. Sometimes all it takes is one touchdown. 7-0, they win over St. Charles. Back-to-back weeks, the Cardinals come up just one touchdown short.
All right now it is time to check in with the third member of our team.
We're going to send it out to Nicole Sheeran, who is under the lights.
Week 3 of the high school football season, and it's only fitting we kick things off with a Dublin-style crosstown showdown. It's Jerome hosting the Rocks of Kaufman, and we picked this one up at the half. Celtics up 7-0. It's now Kaufman ball, but the Rocks throwing to the wrong team. D'Angelo Nadone says thank you very much, and Celtics with the pick 6, now 17-0. 1:40 left in play. Morris looks deep, it's tipped and falls in the hands of Braden Scholl. Rocks finally on the board and avoid the shutout, 17-7, but Celtics answer right back. Joey Slates turn on the Jets. Partha sees that 66 yards of number 5 and nobody else. 6 more for Jerome to widen it 24-7. And that's where we end it. Celtics take down their biggest rivals, and head coach Mark Crabtree takes down his former team.
You know, when you can beat your rival school in your own district, it doesn't matter, you know, what town you're in, it's always a big win. And, you know, Jerome has been on the other side of this more times than not.
And then we head on over to the home of the bagpipes. Scioto hosting the Cardinals of Thomas Worthington, and it's that luck of the Irish from first snap. Opening drive, it's Eden Williams, a bully in the backfield, hugs the sideline in that 60 yards of all gas, no brakes, straight to the house for the first score of the game. Now 7-0 Scioto. Staying in the first, Jack McKee under center with pressure, scrambles, decides, you know what, yeah, I'll take this myself. With the keeper, moves the chains for a big first down, and his number 9 gets the job done. McKee floats it to Brooks Marple on the sideline. He trots that one in for the score, and Scioto widens it 14-0 to end the first. Worthington putting up a fight in the second half, but it's not enough. Scioto takes this one 28-27 in overtime. Well, guys, those crosstown showdowns truly never disappoint. 2 more great games to keep the high school football season rolling, and then, of course, those Buckeyes on Saturday. But that's going to do it for me here in Dublin, so I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks so much, Nicole. We're on to Linden McKinley. They're coming off a great season last year, and they're following it up by playing even better. 2 games so far, they've allowed just 6 total points on defense. Tonight, they welcome Eastmore. The banner, it says dinner served, Warriors on the menu. If you're going to put a message like that, you've got to back it up. But Donovan Delph, he was not a fan of that banner, and he's not going to stand for it. Look at him down the sideline there. That's going to set Eastmoor up all the way down to the goal line. 4th down for them here. The band's playing loud, but this is just not going to be enough. I like this. They're letting them know, hey, that's short. It's our ball now. This is the first pass play of the game now for Linden McKinley, and they're putting this town on notice. The Panthers are for real. Emmanuel Towns into the end zone. Another win for McKinley, and his number 0. That's how many losses they have so far this year, Dom. 3-0 for the Panthers.
Next up, we head to Grove City. The Dogs hosting the Jaguars of Hilliard Bradley. Grove City off to a 2-0 start. Bradley 1-1 on the season. First quarter, Grove City going to jump out first. Carson Welch takes off running. 8 yards for the touchdown. Dogs led 7-0. Still in the first quarter. Dogs are up 7-3. Bradley will answer. Xavier Love in for the score, and Bradley led 9-7. Just one more. Bradley wants to throw. DeClan O'Neill goes to Trey Paulus for the 43-yard touchdown. Bradley wins it 33-21. So if my math is right, Adam, that will put a wrap on our first 6 games, but we're not done. We're not done.
I'm so tired of the Friday night math. I think you're right. I think there's still 4 more to go, including a huge rivalry game under the lights over there in Pickerington. Central versus North. We'll have the highlights next.
You know, the pageantry of high school football on a Friday night, there's nothing like it.
It's really, truly amazing, especially when you get to those crosstown rivalry games. There's really nothing that matches that intensity.
Yeah, and that was the case in Pickerington with the North Panthers hosting the Tigers of Pick Central. Pick Central off to a perfect 2-0 start, looking to keep it going. Pick North coming into the game with a 1-1 record. Any way you slice it, this is a huge game with bragging rights on the line. Third quarter, North's up 7-3 and driving. Nice run here by Andrew Thomas, but the drive would stall. The Panthers would have to settle for the field goal attempt, but here we go. Let's take a look, and it is no good. No good. Now to the fourth quarter, and North, another field goal attempt. This time Brandon Fowler is good from 31 yards out. Pick North goes on to win 17-3. Next up, we stay out east. The Hawks of Hartley hosting the Scots of Walnut Ridge. These two schools just up the road from each other, just over 2 miles apart. Defense setting the tone in this one. 4th and goal from the 7, and Walnut Ridge going for it, and the Hawks break up the pass. They turn the ball over on downs. Later in the third quarter, again, Walnut Ridge going for it on 4th down, this time from the 17, and the pass is picked off by Robert Latham in the end zone. Now to the fourth quarter, and Hartley's going to return the favor. They want to pass, but it is picked off by the Scots' LaShawn Sanders. This game goes to overtime, scoreless tie in OT, and Hartley goes on to win 6-0.
Hey, a win is a win, you know. 6-0 will get the job done. Upper Arlington, they're already 2-0 to start the season. They had a statement win over Berlin last week. Now they host Reynoldsburg. The offense, they may have struggled a little bit last week. Not today, though, for the Golden Bears. And here come those Bears out of the tunnel. The banner's all broken, and that means it's time for football. Luke Backus going to get us started. He's a QB, but he looks like a running back sometimes. Going to get them down to the goal line, but remember, there's a reason he's a quarterback, because now he's finding Marshall Ranke in the end zone. Upper Arlington on top early, and they're playing that Bears swag song early. Then we're going back to Backus, and he decides this time he's going to use his legs yet again. This time, going to get 6 points for the Bears, number 10 in the end zone. Upper Arlington, they dominate this game. A 50-burger. We didn't show you any defensive highlights, but they get the shutout of Reynoldsburg, too. We finish with a huge rivalry game, Westland versus Central Crossing. The band is on the field.
They're on the field.
That must mean one thing. We're in the second half. All right, and well, this is where Nasir Harmon, somebody needs to block him. Just came completely unblocked, makes the tackle standing up. Defense playing great for Westland. The offense, though, even better. Tico Crittenden, give the wave to that defender, because there he goes. 4 guys chasing him, nobody's gonna catch him. That's a house call right there for Westland. They go up 33-0. And then how about another sack for the defense? Nasir Harmon, I told you, somebody's got to block him.
They didn't block him.
They did not block him. 33-0 the win for Westland. A huge win in that rivalry.
A lot of good games. That's going to put a wrap on week 3 of the high school football season.